Welcome to another episode of Character Development. My name's Morgan.
My name's Sydney, and we have a very special guest with us today. We have Lexi Alexandra officially, but
Hey.
Lexi is a New York City based artist and brand creative strategist. She focuses on highlighting the Black experience through her art, which is dope, and brings storytelling to life through different mediums such as pencil, charcoal, paint, photography, screenwriting, and content creation. Her art has been featured in several art shows, such as the Other Art Fair and Black Girl Art Show. She also specializes in marketing strategy, working with Nike, Verizon, and several brands throughout beauty and fashion, creating activations and campaigns, connecting insights, culture, and community. Welcome, Lexi.
Whoa, thank you for the intro. Hey guys, what's up?
Welcome.
Yeah, and all those names that we just dropped, if you're listening, we are also looking for bread sponsorship.
Yes, we all are. We all are,
Shameless
girls.
plug.
I got you. We're gonna put the team on. We're gonna put the team on. Okay.
Shameless plug.
So yeah, what's new? What's going on?
What's new? I mean, girl, just living life, working, trying to stay afloat in this economic just craziness that's happening. But yeah, I started a new job at a creative agency back in the summer, and I do strategy there, and we do a lot of work with Nike. So I'm a Nike adjacent girl, but it's been really fun working with that team because I've wanted to work with that brand for so long. So I've just been in a sort of like transitional type of phase as far as my career. I have a couple new projects coming up from like a creative standpoint that I'm excited about and excited to talk to y'all about. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Living in New York City, I'm in Brooklyn, and my job is in Manhattan, like, Fifth Avenue. So it kind of gives like Sex in the City tease, but like corporate. And yeah, that's that's pretty much the vibe.
Dope. Okay.
Yeah. What about you guys? What's been going on?
Oh, yeah, Morgan, what's up? What's new?
Yeah, Morgan, what's up? What's up? Okay, y'all, I'm 1 week 2 of running. I've been consistent. So this is
Yeah.
Morgan's running update of the week. I have passed the point of like, I'm doing this for fun and just like it's mental, right? So now it's like just get your ass outside and start. And so when I was putting too much pressure into enjoying it, then that was when I was like, ugh, like I hate this. But now I'm like, listen to a podcast, get my little stroll on. And then once I hit like the first mile is always awful. It's probably when I'm like, I just want to quit. I just want to start walking. Then once I get to like 2, 3, we're good. The fourth mile, we're coasting. And
Oh,
then anything after that is just on how I'm feeling in the moment.
oh my gosh.
Um, but Lexi, I'm not a runner. Like, it's not for me. But my goal, one of my goals this year is to turn into a runner. And
Mm.
um, just like to meet people. Like there's a DC running club out here that I wanted to join. Actually, their first run was today. It's happening right now, but obviously we're here. So next
Cool.
week I'll go. And just like I'm trying to meet people in places that I doing activities that I actually enjoy doing instead of like going to a bar or a club. Cause like I'm not a club or bar girly. So I feel like if I meet somebody in a club or a bar, like it's not genuine to how I am and like how I want my person to be.
Mm.
So I'm like, let's try something else. Let's try
Yeah.
the run club.
Wait, I love that. Because they've been talking about like third spaces and how
Mm-hmm.
everyone is like somewhere that's not work or home. But like that's not the club. So I feel like that's a cool way to curate your own little third space that's like fitness oriented. So that's cool.
Yes, and that's what we're doing. So, um, also finishing up solid core training. I have my like first week of classes this week,
That's dope.
which will be fun. That shit was like a month long, like 8 hours a day, Saturdays and Sundays, and I was like, okay, well,
Wait.
That's kind
yeah.
of
So what they say is, if you gonna do this, you're gonna be ready. Like,
Wait, 8 hours a day for real?
yeah, on your Saturday and Sunday.
That's insane.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my
like mandatory. Hope I don't get canceled. But yeah, so and then on top of that, like weekly, like there's homework that you have to watch, and like the kind of videos where you can't skip. Like you have to watch it, and
Oh
it'll
my
be like 4 hours worth that have to be done throughout the week. Had to get my CPR training. Had to do all like
God.
mic sessions throughout the week that were like recorded and graded. Like it was things.
Wait, what? So do you get like a certificate or something at the end, or like
You get a
just
job.
your abs are the certificate?
Yeah.
Yeah, like so you're like a coach in training until they decide like you go through this, and then after that, after your coaching training classes, and they're like either you're going to be a coach for real or you this might not be a good fit kind of a vibe.
Wow.
So
So there's potential not to like.
yeah, like if you bomb, like some people aren't supposed to be on mic, first of all. Some people are not good fitness instructors. Like I'm not saying anybody in particular, but like you've all been to a fitness class where you're like, this was
Mhm.
not good.
Like, shh.
Yeah. Or like the person's uncomfortable. Like your instructor needs to, or your coach needs to command the room and like be in charge of the class. And some people aren't comfortable in that. And so I get it. Like,
Yeah.
weed it out early, give them all the tools to succeed. And if you don't after that, then it's on you.
That's valid. Do you work
Yeah.
out for the full 8 hours, or like what are you doing? Like, is
I
it
don't
like
know
fully?
exactly how much I can say, but
Oh,
I know that it's, I didn't read the contract. It's It's like learning. So there's like this fat ass book that's like part one of the learning part. So um where they like show you all the moves, the science behind it. You have to speak to the physics of everything. Like we have to learn all of that and then you
oh,
do it too. So then you like are doing both. Then you start sequencing the stuff and like
Mm.
so
Wow.
it's
Intense.
something. And like as Sydney knows, I was a degree instructor in Oakland. Like I'm not new to this, but it's definitely different.
yeah,
Sheesh. Wow. Well noted. I did not know it was like that
yeah,
intense, but good to know.
Me neither, girl.
Good to know.
yeah.
Sheesh.
Sydney, what's going on with you?
Similar to Lexi, I started a new job.
Ooh.
It's my third day out here, so
Congrats.
um, okay, I'm just gonna be transparent now. I like to be transparent, like after everything is solidified and like done. So this counts as being vulnerable, Morgan, if you're keeping track.
Okay, Sydney's
Um,
vulnerability meter.
yeah. So I have not worked a big girl corporate job in like 4 to 6 months. I've been
Oh,
vibing. I was like and I knew this was gonna happen. I was so like in such a rush to get back to work, even though I told myself I was enjoying the downtime. Now that I'm back, I really miss the downtime. Like I'm
girl.
so thankful to have a job. Don't get me wrong. But like I haven't been into a physical office since 2019.
Wow.
So I had my first in office day yesterday. I've never been so overstimulated in my entire
Oh
I
wow.
might be an introvert. I might be because
Oh,
yeah, like I came home so grumpy and I haven't had to drive in rush hour traffic after an 8-hour day since 2019. Like I didn't know. I really didn't know. So yeah, that's what's new. I do really like the job. I really like my team. Hopefully they'll be like flexible on how many days I have to be in office and how often I have to be on camera for every meeting. Um, but to celebrate the new job, I am traveling to an undisclosed location on Friday
Okay.
to celebrate. It'll be disclosed
Yay.
after I've left, but I'm not telling
yeah.
y'all where I'm going before I've touched down.
Off the grid.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Sounds fun to me. Well, that's exciting. Congrats, Sid.
So this is the vacation ponytail.
Yes. Get into it.
We love it. And she's
Yeah.
Right,
literally
that's
when Sydney called on, I was like, oh, it's bundles.
wonderful. Instant.
I love it.
If you know
Cute.
me, if you see the ponytail, I'm about to while out just slightly. Like Morgan, you've seen it because every time I wear the ponytail, we take shots. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm crying. I feel like ponytail just gives like baddie.
It does. And it snatches everything back. So it's like you're just
Yes.
feeling like you have like fox eyes and it's like I'm ready to pounce.
Yep. Yep. That's the energy. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's humid where I'm going, so I only need half the hair to be mine.
Oh, period.
Aw.
Yeah.
Not only have there to be mine.
That's exciting. Period.
Yeah, so
There
that's the
you
update.
go.
And then tonight, I know we talked about this a little bit before we hit record, but I'm watching the Love is Blind reunion at 9 p.m. Eastern.
9 p.m.
Okay, y'all, give me like the spark notes. Like, what are the key points that I need to know about this show?
What?
Okay. Spark notes.
Yeah.
There's a black couple on there that is way too relatable to the dating qualms that we all have to deal with these men.
Good. Nice.
I'm gonna say something else.
Right. We know.
We see each other. Right. Okay. Then there's a couple people on there that may or may not have been in relationships when they came onto the show.
Ooh.
To be disclosed, we'll see, but and not like baby relationships, like engagements and yeah. There was one girl on there who said she looked like Megan Fox, but it was actually giving Grumpy Cat.
It was giving Adele and Natalie Nunn's chin.
Wait, and she said herself that she was looking like Megan Fox.
She said that she got confused for Megan Fox.
She was fishing for a compliment. She was like, she's like, do you ever get like confused by like a celebrity? Like, people think you look like a celebrity? And then he was like, oh, not really. Like, I don't know. And she was like, well, I do. Like, Megan Fox. I'm like, oh, so you set yourself up. And she was like, Megan Fox. And so then, homeboy's like, radar went up. He's like, damn, she's like Megan Fox. Like, she's probably gorgeous. And then when they met each other for the first time, the way he looked at the camera, I was like, oh.
It was like The Office.
He broke the fourth wall. He was like
100%.
Oh no, girl.
Yeah. But the thing is,
like, Megan Fox is top tier. Like, she's obviously a 10 and has been a 10 like our whole lives. So if you're gonna say you look like Megan Fox, you really have to pull through. Like, that's not someone you could just be like, oh, we resemble each other. Like, that's the Megan Fox. Like, what are you saying?
And girl, she didn't even say Megan Fox. She said, what's his name's wife?
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What?
MGK's girlfriend or wife, or so like, not only do you think you look like her, but then you're trying to downplay the fact that she's Megan Fox.
That is like insane. That's absolutely insane. All right, y'all are selling me. I need to watch the show.
I'm just saying.
It's a quick watch because I was like not caught up. Was that week before last, Sydney? And then you were like, okay, you need to get on it. And so, okay, I was trying to wait for family because they wanted to watch it too. But then I was like, I'm gonna have to leave y'all on the desk because the world is watching and I'm getting left behind. And then it was literally like maybe like 3 nights it took me. And then, yeah.
Wow. Oh, okay. Wait, is it Netflix?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, period. Yeah. I just finished season 2 of Bridgerton. I know I'm super late with that too. But it was so good, y'all. Now I'm like, I can't believe I'm not in a palace right now. Like, what is this? Like,
please.
Terrible. Hate this for me. Okay. Love Shonda.
The new season comes out this summer?
Yes. I think it comes out in May. I'm really excited.
I'm so excited.
Right on time.
She eats. That it's like, I want to be in Lady whatever, like in some.
Yeah.
I'm like, I deserve that life.
No,
Lady Morgan.
And it's just
it has to be your last name, like a street name, and then your. Mm-hmm. You've seen the Bridgerton name thing, haven't you? I'm gonna have to find it so it's using it. It was like Lady, and then you have like your name, and then it's like your something, and then the street that you were born on, and then 10 at the end. So like,
mine's not good.
I know mine's not.
Mine's actually crazy.
Wait, what is yours?
Dang, everyone's gonna know. Okay, I don't use this for any of my security questions, so don't even try it. But mine would be Lady Sydney Wadsworthington.
Okay, but like,
yeah. What's
Mm,
Worthington? Sounds rich.
yeah, yeah, I feel like it sounds pretty cool.
Wads,
What's
Worthington.
Worthington?
Maybe take the wads out and then just work.
Sydney, Lady Sydney Worthington is
See,
like.
that's
That
cute.
eats. That
Mhm.
eats. Yeah.
Cute.
Okay,
But
Lexi, what's yours?
mine would be. It wouldn't even make sense. It would be Corrington, Lady Lexi Corrington,
Hmm,
like
Okay,
I
that.
can see that though.
I
that's
mean, I guess, sure, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
okay. Mine would be Lady Morgan Walkerton.
Oh, see that fits. I feel like
Yeah.
that
It gives.
fits.
It
You
eats.
might as
Yeah,
well go ahead and.
yeah,
I need
mhm,
it.
yeah.
I need
And
it.
also, I just love that show because I'm just like unpacking this with y'all 2 years after it came
Please.
out. But like, just like the issues that they had in the show were just still so rich and royal, you know? Like they were just had the worst day of their lives and they're like, ugh, the maids just drew me a bath like of rose petals and like whatever. And they're just getting like pampered. Meanwhile, like having the worst day of their lives. I'm like, oh damn. I wish my worst day was like that. Like
Literally living
just
in a chateau. Like,
yeah.
it's like,
Literally just like being waited on hand and foot. And I'm like, girl, what problems? What issues? What are you talking about?
And your man is fine.
Hello?
Doesn't really require too much of you and gives you a bunch of dogs.
Right. And like you're close with the queen and she gives you jewels and like you go to balls every week. Like I'm just like, girl, this is ideal.
this is ideal. See, that's what you've seen those things where it's like, when did we start asking for rights? Because it was like too much. Like,
Right.
we should have stopped right there. Stop right
You should have
there.
reeled it a little bit back. You should have said comma but
Yeah.
and then did a little edit because yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Absolutely.
I could
They did
totally
a lot
live
of
the
work
lady
for us
life.
to suffer.
Yeah. What? That's what I'm saying. I was like, we were just born in a different time. Switched at birth. I don't really know, but anyway.
But I would have to have, so like my husband would have to have been like one of the ones that's a little more liberal, like the old funky ones.
Yeah,
I
no.
could,
No,
yeah,
no, no.
like that. Mm.
Yeah, no.
Sydney's like, I could.
Like,
I mean, okay. Yeah, too many babies for sure. Like I'm good off that, but
yeah,
like I'm okay with like, them just buying me a bunch of dresses that they think are cool.
yeah, why not?
We got hella maids. I don't gotta work.
Nope,
I
chilling.
might sneak a book here and there for sure. Like,
I know.
but
Not sneak.
yeah.
What was I can't remember her name right now, so I'm not watching it in real time. But the main black lady who's in all of them,
Um,
who's like she has no kids, no husband, no nothing now.
I don't
oh,
care.
what is her name? Lady something. I know who you're talking about. The dark skin
Right.
lady
The
with the
older one.
brows,
Yes,
the
with the brows.
intense brows. Yeah,
I like her.
See, but
yeah,
like her, I love her now, but her life before was
yes.
that's why I'm like,
And-
Sydney, you could do that. Like I can't do no old man. Like that's too
Okay,
much.
yeah. That's like Sugar Baby. I couldn't do Sugar Baby, I
Well,
guess.
that's what happened. People are getting sold off. Like what is it? Like an endowment? Like you pay an endowment, you get my daughter.
yeah.
Mm-mm.
But not that the devil ever needs an advocate. Not that the devil ever needs
Like, before you say something
Please don't cancel me. But the
uh,
quality of the men that we're choosing by choice, it's comparable. It's comparable.
in the sense of wealth, I think.
Yeah, at least they're rich
Yeah,
and faithful.
yeah.
Well,
You
maybe.
only got a few years with them.
Yeah, I'm like faithful. And also like you want me to have 18 babies, no epidural, no meds? That's great.
Ooh, sick.
Like people were dying. Like
People
just
were
dying.
dying for real. For real.
Okay.
And for real. And it would be the man's choice to decide whether the baby lives or the woman lives. The man's choice, mind you.
Which
I mean,
is
that's pretty similar to like what's going on in like Alabama right now, but that's like a different topic.
yikes.
Basically still living in 1850. It's
We
fine.
really are though. Like it's so sad. Like they're banning TikTok. I'm just so distraught. Like I'm like, so what can we do?
Move.
I was thinking about you, Sydney, when I saw the TikTok ban thing, and I was like, oh, Sydney, no more bed rotting because
I'm
they're
gonna do
deleting your
too
shit.
much of it. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna like do an obnoxious amount before they cancel it,
Yeah.
and
Same.
then I mean we're gonna move to another app. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know if we need to keep moving to like to the point where they can't keep up with us. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
The girls are saying get a VPN because there's a bunch of creators in different countries like China in which the app is already banned. And they're just like, yeah, we just use VPNs because like Instagram, TikTok, all those things are banned in China and they just use VPN. Allegedly.
I'm making a
Ooh.
mental note.
Right.
How
Allegedly, if you wanted to still use the app, you would allegedly get a VPN.
allegedly, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What are y'all's like top things on TikTok? Like, what do you watch the most of?
The most of?
Okay.
Sydney's
My
like, I'm embarrassed. Okay.
my content ranges. I do try to control my algorithm because it teeters towards toxicity if I allow it
Mm-hmm.
to. Like it reminds me constantly of how not shit men are. I'm trying to move away from that narrative because I am trying to give men a chance.
Good for
Uh,
you. Good for
yeah.
you,
So
Sid.
whenever I see something talking about like cheating and like side chicks or whatever, I'll hit not interested. I'm in my Delulu era. I'm enjoying it for as long as it's here.
Yes, I love
Um,
that.
but the other half of my TikTok is like very political. I'll try to like not like as many of those so that my timeline isn't fully political. But then it's like black Twitter basically for
Mm-hmm.
the other range. So
Yeah,
yeah.
I
What
would
about
say
you,
my
Lexi? Is it artsy over there?
it's very artsy. So I have two TikToks. I have one for my art specifically, and that one is pretty artsy. And then I have like a just a bed rotting like one that I use all the time. And
Yeah.
I would say it's pretty similar. Like there's a lot of black girly pop hair content, just like chit chatting gossip content, which I love.
Yeah.
A lot of get ready with me's, a lot of style fashion, like outfits of the day, come with me to some random vintage shop type of content.
Cute.
And then I get like random nerdy stuff because I'm like fake conspiracy theory, like into those type of things. So I'm on like conspiracy theory talk about like Illuminati and like just like different artists and like stuff like that. Um, I also love animals. Like I'm on animal talk, like deep sea ocean talk. Like I get a lot of videos like that.
Like
I just
North
love it. I
Sea
love.
TikTok?
What do you say?
Were you on North Sea TikTok?
Oh, I'm definitely on North
I
Sea
will say
TikTok.
that's one of my top ones.
Like, and guess what? I will sit there and watch every single one. Like, oh my god,
Scared,
this is
right?
a disaster. Like, what the fuck? Just
Terrified.
disgusted. Like,
When
watch
the
the whole.
9-month cruise went through the Middle Passage, I was locked in, or the Drake
No,
Passage. Drake Passage.
yo,
Locked in. Locked.
wait. So whatever happened with that? Like, what?
Someone just asked that. Like, we haven't heard from them in months.
Literally have not heard from them. Like, they probably went through some traumatic like shit. Like,
I'm not
Probably,
getting
girl.
into
The videos
cabin.
we were seeing were crazy.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like Titanic, baby Titanic. I was like, this is scary. This is why I'm not a cruise girl. Like, it all
yeah,
sounds great in theory, but like I watch way too many like North
yeah.
Sea conspiracy theory videos, and that water was eating people up. The way that those waves come up and they're like taller than the Empire State Building. Okay, so then what the hell is under there?
And that's the gag. And that's why I'm on deep sea talk because I'm like, what is truly
What's
down
under
there?
there?
And you know, the people will make videos and go down there to see. And I'm just a viewer. And I'm just like, wow,
I'm gonna
y'all
let
are,
them be nosy, and I'm gonna watch
yeah.
from
And
afar.
I'm going to watch it every single time. I love orcas, whales, seals, all those things. So
I
I'm going to
love
watch
the
it.
deep sea talk. That's what mine is. The deep sea TikTok. Anything with dogs because I'm like obsessed with pit
Yes.
bulls. So every time I'm like watching them just be little land seals, and then ASMR videos. I literally watch them to go to bed almost every night because they
Really?
like calm my brain down because I'm someone who like will think all night long if I like can't. Like if I'm doing something before bed, like working on something, then my brain will keep thinking about what else can I do for it? What else can I, and I like, can't shut it off. So I'll do like the sleep tingle ones or the meditation ones. Um,
Wow.
and then I'll just like knock the bug out. It's actually a
Wow.
hack if you have insomnia. And then like the Monet, Michaels, McMichaels,
Love,
like
love her.
love anything she does. She's fucking funny. Girls like that, like all the videos to get ready with me, fashion vibes. And then some, there's not a lot of toxic stuff on my TikTok. And I think it's because I literally watch Get Ready with Me's North Sea Talk and ASMR only. Like I literally will scroll immediately to the, if something is not that, I'm like, nope, not watching it. Because
Yeah.
one time, so I have that fear of holes. Like I don't like holes, like little holes everywhere.
Oh, trypophobia. I have that too.
Wait, I don't
Well,
understand.
don't
For
even
the
look it
people
up.
that don't get it.
We're not
Don't.
going to put it up on the screen. You're going to look it up on your own and then leave us alone about it. Like
Wait,
it's
okay,
like,
what's it called again?
It's trypophobia. So trypo phobia. And it's like the fear of like patterns of holes and that appear in like nature and like just different. It's just
Like
just
creepy.
holes,
sinkholes?
like little holes together.
Like a pattern.
Type
Anything with
in
a
fear of holes on Google. It'll pop
yeah,
up.
I
I
don't know if I
literally
should
have
do
that.
this.
I literally have that
Does it
too.
make your skin crawl? I didn't know I was scared of it. And then my skin started crawling and I was like, oh my God, what is that? I don't like it.
It
I'm freaked.
makes me want to like jump out of my body. Like it's
Literally.
crazy. I don't know
So
what it
one of
is.
those videos got on my For You page and I was like, oh
Oh,
no. And then like, and it was like one on somebody's body. Like they had look, chat almost, almost threw my phone across the room. I was like, this is sick. Like,
when
so
someone
now if you spend more than like 2 seconds on a video, they think you like it. Nope,
no,
nope, nope. So now I'm just like
no, yeah,
immediately done.
yeah, absolutely not. That I don't need that type of negativity in my life. That's crazy. I also get a lot of fitness content too, like the gym girlies beat on. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like we need
That's
to
what.
get.
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
obviously, but I
so
forgot about
interesting.
that part.
But yeah, let's just pray to the TikTok gods that it doesn't get banned because I don't know what I'm gonna do with my free time now.
I guess we can
So
bring it back to Bridgerton and read a book.
it's like, no, I'm just kidding. I mean, we could. The
We
girls
shouldn't
gotta
have
do.
to.
We have to do book clubs again. Like,
Oh, it's
No.
giving COVID PTSD.
no, literally, that's where they want us to be, and it's sad. I'm like, bro,
No.
whatever. But no, they passed it. The House passed it 50-1 or 50-0. So all of them like voted to ban it. And I was just like, oh, not one person.
Not one person. Not
They
even the
Okay.
young
literally just
ones.
want it to be
No, like,
owned by an American so that they can invest in it and control, like censor it.
yeah,
Like,
and they want to sell our data, obviously. So
I don't want, if I wanted to hear what America thought we should be watching, I would be watching CNN. I want to hear
Or
what
on
the rest of the
Facebook.
world or Facebook.
Like I don't care. I don't want the propaganda. I just want to watch stupid
no.
videos
And you know
online.
that's what it's gonna be, and it's so sad because I went to Costa Rica a few weeks ago, like on vacation, visit my grandparents or whatever, and my grandma had CNN playing on her TV, and it was just like, what are y'all talking about?
Nothing.
And I just think that they want our main form of media to be what they present,
Yeah.
instead of like us being on our phones, seeing literally what's happening like live.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
it's pretty messed up, but I'm like, damn,
It's okay. I have hope for us.
I have
But
hope.
to not go down a Debbie Downer hole, let's get into the meat of you,
Oh
Lexi.
yeah, let's go.
So let's start with what are you known for? Give us the tea. Give the girlies the
What am
things and the guys. We're not hating.
I
Little.
girls only. What am I known for? I think I'm known for my art. I have a business called Perplex Creative, and I do a bunch of drawings, paintings, all the things, all the girls, and I also like display my art at a bunch of different art shows as well. I started that in 2020, like so during COVID, because I took an art class in college, mind you, I majored in kinesiology, so nothing related to what I'm doing right now. Kind of working with Nike a little bit with like the athleticism type of lens, but I just took drawing as an elective my sophomore year of college, and I really thrived in it. And I was like, hold on. And my art teacher was like, oh, you should take drawing too. And that kind of turned into me being or wanting to take art a little more seriously. So I started doing my own pieces, and I had a blog back in college that I used to post my art and write articles and stuff. And I used to interview a bunch of artists. And I also got featured at different like exhibitions on campus and stuff. And that just like transformed into me wanting to make it like an actual company. So I did that like I want to say like 2 years out of college. And yeah, so that's what I have now. I also have a web series that I'm planning that's coming up, and I really want to talk about that and get into that tea.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm just like exploring different mediums. Hopefully one day I can have my work in galleries and stuff. But Sydney's been to one of my shows and like showed love.
It
So
was dope.
I just want to continue doing things like that and like, showing my artwork and stuff. So yeah.
Okay, so tell us about this web series then. Let's get into it.
Okay. So the web series is called, so in the spirit of Shonda Land and Miss Shonda, I really want to, and also Issa Rae as a huge inspiration for me. I wanted to create my own little web series that is called Slightly Perplexed. So I have Perplexed Creative as my company, but the name of the web series is Slightly Perplexed. And I really wanted to create my own spin on kind of the 20 something Black experience in Brooklyn. Because I feel like there's a lot of different shows and series about like Manhattan and Harlem and different places in New York City that aren't Brooklyn based. And if it is Brooklyn based, it's more so like crime oriented. And I'm just like, no, there's like girlies out here just grinding, like living a normal life in Brooklyn. So I really wanted to highlight that, and it kind of spotlights my creative journey like in Brooklyn, but in a more like scripted way. And episodes are about like 8 to 12 minutes long. And yeah, we're dropping the pilot soon in the next few weeks. So if you guys are interested, please tune in. We're really excited about it, but it's been a really fun process because one day I was just like, I want to do a web series. And yeah, we did, and we started doing it. So it was a really fun experience to start acting and writing and producing and stuff. So it's been really fun. But yeah.
Okay. Okay. Are you yourself in the web series or are you like,
Yes.
okay.
I'm in it. So I'm like one of the main characters. So it's me. I play Lex. So it's kind of like how Issa played herself in
Yeah.
Insecure. And I have two friends, Sammy, who is played by this really talented girl, Faith, who you will see, and then Cam, who is played by another talented person named Sean, and he's like my gay bestie. And then I have like my situationship love interest, and his name is Owen, and he plays Justin, and he's like this like hot British guy, super successful. So that's kind of the cast. And the pilot episode kind of opens up and sets the stage for like all the characters and stuff. But it was really fun to film. I was just like, oh, this is cool. So yeah. Hopefully they don't ban TikTok because I'm like, dang, that's my only chance. Like, please. Like, because little clips of projects be going viral. I'm like, come on now.
I will say, I think you have time. So,
Okay.
like, I think you're supposed, from what obviously I got my news from TikTok, but from what I see, you have like 4 to 6 weeks before it's really like decided
Like,
on.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Cool. All right. Bet. Say
Go
less.
viral by then. You got
Right.
the girlies to support you.
Cool.
The girls, gays, theys, and some hymns.
Some hymns.
Not too much. Not too much. The first audience was correct. It is very much the girls, gays, and theys.
Not the hymns. Are you primarily going to be posting on TikTok, or are you posting like on a website too, or like Instagram reels? Like how are we going to get you?
Yeah, so the full the full episodes will live on YouTube. And I partnered with my friend's production company. We went to high school together, but he also creates his own web series back in DC. And it's called Audra Kova, and I'll send all that to you guys. but he has his own YouTube for it. So all my episodes will live there, but I'll also be posting on my art Instagram, my personal Instagram and stuff to really promote it and push it. But I feel like TikTok's algorithm is the most, you know, it'll push it to the people who actually want to see it rather than Instagram. It's like, girl, is anybody here? What's going on?
But, yeah.
Just crickets.
Yeah,
But
Instagram
yes,
is like it's the American of it all. It's the gatekeep. It's like we only want you to see
for
what we want you
sure.
to see.
Yes,
Like, I want to get into
literally.
the dark hole of the things that I like, and I'm only going to do that on TikTok. So please.
Yes. Thank you. I'm like, and they push reels so bad. And the reels are cool, I guess, for like recipes and like that's about it. Like dog videos. But it's not the same. Like the discovery aspect isn't the same. But
Exactly. Yeah.
but yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know about y'all, but I'm someone on Instagram where I want to see photos of my friends. Like that's why I'm there. Like to see the
Yes.
photos. Like I don't want to always be forced. Like if you go on someone's Instagram page now, it's like real, 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 real. There's like no photos anymore.
Yes.
I like the still shot photo vibe. Like it's cute. It's like a photo album. Isn't that what Instagram is supposed to be?
It
Like stop trying to
literally
be.
is.
Yeah.
That's literally it. Like show me your night out photos. Like show me your dinner fit. Like I don't want to see like a whole content moment every day. But they're like, you will not see your friends, sorry. But
literally.
It's okay. Whatever. But yeah, so that's a
Can't
project.
act, so
real.
You know.
Real.
It's not gonna work. Like, I want to stand still. I want to pre-plan my poses and stand still.
Right.
And post it.
Exactly. Some people just want to post photos, but there was another app. I don't know what is it called. I fell off. I think you're on it, Sid. I feel like Labs. Are y'all on Labs?
Was it the one that posts like the ding 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 ding?
Yes. Yeah. That was cute for like a few weeks and then I fell off.
Yeah.
But
it's like similar to what's the real time one? Like they tell everyone to post at the same time.
Be Real.
Oh, Be Real. Yeah. I had that for like 5 seconds, but then I was like, I don't even post on my Instagram, but once every 6 months. So like to be posting something every day.
Yeah. Yeah. But I feel like it's like less pressure. Like you can post more things that you wouldn't post on like your feed because it's like more chill. But the traction just wasn't there. So
it wasn't there. And I was doing the same thing every fucking day. I'm like, I'm at work again.
At the office.
Right. I'm like, this is not exciting. You're following me. Like, nothing's happening here.
Right, literally.
I think I was working from home at the time Be Real was popular. So I really was like in the same position every single day.
Oh my gosh.
Literally. That's so true. But yeah. And I like to like analyze every single thing too, because I'm also a marketing strategist. Like at my creative side, but then like the strategy girly in me jumps out. So I'm really critical of like products and brands and all the things because I'm like, if I were in that seat, I would have done X, Y, and Z to make it better. Because I truly believe Black women just make everything better. Like if we were in the positions that we need to be in, and sometimes we are, but like a lot of times, like in these tech spaces, brand product spaces, it's just like, where are the girls? Where are they? Where are we at? So
on an app that's about to get canceled.
I know, literally.
Okay, so Lexi, you're like a doer. Like, you know how like people have good ideas. People talk about what they do or what they want to do, but you execute. You literally took an art class and then you were like, nope, this is my career now. And like you started your own art company. I see the art in the back, by the way, which is dope. And like now you're literally getting into screenwriting. So do you have any advice for people wanting to start doing what you're doing, or like even if it's not what you're doing, just wanting to start something creative?
Yeah, I think just start really building your craft first. Like I know a lot of people, when I show them that I can draw or I have, artistic talent, they're like, oh, I wish I could do that. And I'm literally like, you can. Like, you just have to start somewhere. It might take longer for other people, but if you really have interest in something, just take a class or like watch YouTube videos on tutorials. Like there's so many resources out there to get things started, but it really is a mindset though. And I think I don't know where my drive really came from, but I like seeing things in my brain come to life. Like I like seeing it happen. I think that's something that really drives me. It's just like, ooh, I thought of something and now it's coming to life. It's like creation is just like really important to me. So I would just say, find what your interest is and just start it. It doesn't, you don't have to put pressure on it. Like I feel like nowadays there's a lot of pressure to showcase everything because of social media and like share everything, but it's like you can keep some things personal until you develop your craft and then pop out with something. And I think that's really important. But yeah, I just say like experiment, have fun with it, and do it. Write things down too. Like no idea is stupid. I have so many just like random notes in my phone with just random ideas that I don't come back to. But if I wanted to, I could be like, oh, yeah, I thought of that app like 3 years ago. Like, let's do that now that I have the funding. And I feel like a lot of times when you want things to be successful, you have to have things to show for it. Like, especially from a creative standpoint, like, say, which is something that I've encountered. I'm like, oh, if we had the budget, we would go dumb. But it's like you have to work with what you have now because people look at your situation and they're like, that's all I need. Like there's levels to it. So you can't be like, I wish I had this or I wish I had that, because other people are looking at you wishing that they were in your position to like do stuff. And that's what also drives me. I'm like, oh no, we got a computer, we have a camera, we have all we need. Like let's get it. So that's kind of my mentality on like creating stuff. But it's not always like butterflies and sunshine. I have months where I don't draw anything or do anything because it's like I'm creatively stifled or I'm not inspired or all the things that you hear. I go through it too. But then sometimes I'm like, all right, I'm out of that. What's good? Like
Okay.
you gotta figure it out. So that's kind of how I think about stuff.
I love that. I was just at so the National African American Museum of History and Culture does,
Uh,
yes, love, we love, does a women's summit every year. And this year, the focus was on like mentorship, entrepreneurship, community investment. And there was one woman on a panel who is like an investor, like a VC investor. And she was like, I don't invest in the people who have like, the best idea but haven't figured out how to get it going. She's like, I invest in the people who have a good idea, but they are figuring out how to do it with nothing right now. And they like are just making a way out of no way, because then you know that they have the grit to like
yeah.
keep it going. I'm like, that's so true. Like everyone that I know who is an entrepreneur, they are really grinding with there's no pay now, right? Like we're in those early stages of entrepreneurship where
Mhm.
you're grinding it out and it seems like there's nothing in this, but like people are watching, people will see you post your
Mhm.
art, people are going to see it, your
Yeah.
web series, people are going to watch it, it'll get to the right person. And like if it
Oh.
doesn't seem like it's paying off, or if Instagram is saying fuck you and not showing your real to people,
Mhm.
somebody will share it and somebody will see it.
Yes, thank you. I appreciate the positivity and affirmations because with a new project that I've like never done screenwriting or acting or writing, like producing or anything, I've just been overthinking every little thing and I'm just like, oh, this has to be this way and oh my gosh, it's stressful. But I kind of spoke the same thing over my project is like, I don't care if this gets 5 views, but if one of those views is someone who could take it to the next level or like receives it well or learns something or is inspired by it, I feel like that's a success. And we just gonna leave it at that and keep it pushing. But that's so cool to hear that, from an investor standpoint, that's what they look for. Cause I'm like, yeah, girl, the bills are due. But we have to have that portfolio. Like we have to have the portfolio.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's definitely the catch 22 of being a creative or an entrepreneur. Like you have, yes, the art is great, the art costs money. So
Mhm.
like
And
a
does.
typical, yeah.
And does, literally. I'd be looking out for like the Blink art store sales and stuff because just to even start a piece, it's like you might have to put in $200 to get a really nice canvas or get the oil paints that you want. And it might not seem like a lot, but I'm like, for an artist who still has bills and like still likes to go out and eat with her friends, like you, it's just like, oh, okay, I have to budget for the things that I want. So yeah, we just out here, girl. We out here, girl.
I love
Well,
that.
where can people buy your art? Let's just plug it
Oh, you can buy my art at perplexedcreative.com. That is perplexedcreative.com.
Period.
I love her so much.
We'll put it up here somewhere, like across the screen, and tag it. Yeah, right there is where.
Thumbnail.
I'm literally like marking clip.
Mark, yeah, mark right there. That's where we're going.
Literally, y'all, so excited for this. I was like, oh, finally, I can be on a podcast, so I can be like,
I love it. No, that was great. You prepared for that moment.
oh, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready. You know, I'm ready.
Stay
But
ready.
yeah,
So
you don't have to get ready.
what?
Her.
Okay, I do have a question just about like beginning like the screenwriting process and beginning the web series process.
Mm-hmm.
Finding a team, like finding the
Oh,
right people. How do you do that?
well, first of all, I feel like a lot of it was like meant to happen because my friend who has a production company who I was friends with in college, first of all, junior year, I asked him to like sketch a tattoo for me. So he literally like I have a tattoo that he created on my body and it's matching with my mom. My mom has it on her shoulder. And because he was just always like that creative kid in school who would like make sketches and stuff, so I just asked him to like make a design or whatever. But years pass down the line and he creates his own production company and he has his own like PG County based web series that's doing pretty well and getting traction and stuff. And he was seeing my art, like my digital pieces and stuff, and he was like, hey, for season 2, do you mind, creating cover art for my series? And I was like, absolutely. And I was like, it's so funny that you asked me that because I've wanted to do a web series for years, but I just haven't had the team. And he was like, oh, we can produce it for you. And this was just like in DMs too. And I was like, what are you talking about? Like, for real? And he was like, yeah, we'll produce it for you. And I immediately said yes because it's like, this is a person I've known since high school and like he's already doing his stuff. Like, I could totally use a team right now. And yeah, and then I told him about the concept because I had like a bunch of things written about how I wanted to come to life. He was giving me his ideas. Then we literally got into the audition process. Like, we went on backstage.com, put out prompts for each character. And yeah, we just like had auditions. Like, we literally had Zoom auditions throughout the summer. It was so fun. Like, it felt like America's Next Top Model, like you're the judge and like people are acting. It was just like, it was so unserious, but it was just also fun because I'm like, wow, I'm really sitting here in the director chair, like picking stuff, like picking people. And then hearing them act out the sample script was just like so unreal because I'm like, wow, like this is really coming to life pretty naturally. So that's how it happened. We did like 2 rounds of auditions for each character and we saw about like 30 people. It was crazy. But then we narrowed it down to the people that we have, and the cast is pretty much like some of my best friends now. Like, we're so cool. Like, we're just like, oh, hey girl. So it's just like a great opportunity to curate a cool cast and then also have people that are like genuinely hype about this project. And I was like, this means the world. Love y'all down. But yeah, and a lot of it was just like Zoom rehearsals, Zoom calls. We have a production team, a team of writers, um, and yeah, editing. Like, I help with. His name is Cardo, and we tag team on editing and all that other stuff. So it's really just a crazy process, but it happened. I was like, okay, cool.
Wow.
But I've had this idea written down though for years. So it just became like the perfect opportunity to bring it to life. So I'm excited.
Yeah. It's
It's
like
really cool.
obviously it takes a lot of work, but it's
Oh,
like when you're like committed to the work and committed to the vision and like just ready to do it, I feel like sometimes the universe is just like, okay,
yeah,
this is
no,
you.
literally. It
Yeah.
just worked out. And like, again, we didn't have that much budget. Like, this was unpaid for our actors, but we were telling them, like, this will go in your portfolio. And of course, if we get any like partnerships or anything, any funding, like, you guys will be compensated for sure. But it was just really an opportunity to like really pop our shit and like want or bring something to life that we wanted to, because I love Insecure, Sex in the City, Broad City, all the shows, and I was just like, I want to make my own rendition of that because, like, why not? And
Yeah.
Love that.
that's been it. Yeah.
I love
So I'm excited for y'all to tune in. But the pilot episode is really good. We worked really, really hard on it. It's not perfect, still low budget. However, comma, it's still good. It's still good.
Don't give us the caveat. It's perfect how it is. It's supposed to be what it's supposed to be for the
Oh,
pilot.
thank you.
Yeah. Don't
Okay.
downplay it before it even comes out, girl. It's
You're right. You're right. I know.
yeah.
I know people have like certain expectations, and I'm just like, okay, guys, let's.
People with expectations have never done anything like this
That is so
before in their
true.
life.
That is so true.
Like, I firmly believe the only people that complain or talk down on anything are not doing that thing.
Oh my God. Yes. I saw a TikTok about that today. Literally.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just miserable. It's like literally, it's the people who are like hating because they're a little salty that you had the like the passion to just do it. And there's probably someone who was like trying to figure out maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't, whatever. And then they just salty. So don't even listen. I mean,
Real.
that's what Sydney and I were before we started the podcast. We were like, do we want to put our lives on Front Street? Like, do we want to talk in front of the camera? But like,
What?
we've been talking about like we should, like we've been talking about it, and then we were like, okay, let's just do it. And then one day it just was like, all right, let's make the artwork for it. Let's make the description and the rundown for the episodes. Like and it all just started coming together how it should. And it was like, I don't care if 5 people listen or watch the episode, or if 50,000 people watch it. Eventually, somebody's gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
or
and
even
it'll reach
like
people.
what it's evolved into, like cool poppin' people working on their stuff, connecting with each other. Because LinkedIn's trash at this point.
Terrible.
Like, it's not real connection.
Throw it
But
away.
like, if you see other people that are working on similar things, like we had a girl last week who is interested in wine. We had a girl 2 weeks before that starting her own wine company. Like,
Cool.
you just never know. So, maybe you'll find more of your people.
Yes, would love that. I'm like calling it in now.
And people to buy your artwork, which now that I have a job, can finally.
And we love that. We love that for you.
Yeah.
I also do commission pieces. So if there are prints on the website that you're like, I want my own, I do personalized artwork as well. And that's what people usually buy. And I've been trying to push them towards the print option, but everyone wants their own like personalized piece. So I'm like, I get it. I get that. So like, yeah.
That's going to be the stuff that's worth the big bucks.
What do you say?
Oh, I'll say that's going to be the stuff that's worth, like, because you will pop off. So when you pop off, people are going to be like, I have this one, like this signature piece, and then it's going to be worth like $1 million. And then they're like,
let us pray. I just went to the Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats exhibit in the Brooklyn Museum. And the amount of art that these people have is insane. And the fact that, they invested in smaller artists just made the value just like skyrocket. Like, it's absolutely insane. If you're ever in Brooklyn, I don't know when the exhibit or like closes, but it's just incredible. They just have huge pieces all over their house, and they were like, we can give some to the Brooklyn Museum so we can show it off. And that stuff is just casually in their home. I'm like, wow. Whoa. But hopefully I get to the point where someone's like, I'll drop a few bands on that. I'll be like, nice.
The stuff is good. I've seen it, so it's just getting it out there. The stuff is good.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm trying to start back up, get inspired, get an art team going. And that's another thing. It's like, it's really important building a community when you're a creative, because it can be very siloed personal work. But if you're around people who are pumping out pieces every week and like posting a lot about it and doing art shows and stuff, it like inspires you to do the same thing. So I've just been trying to figure out what my community is here in New York. But even in Bushwick, which is like very near where I live, there's so many people who are just on their art grind. So I'm like, okay, what's the Black girl version of that?
Yeah.
And then we can create a little group, a support group. But
Support
yeah,
group.
yeah.
I love that. So, with that being said, this could be whether it's your web series stuff or your print art. What is the biggest lesson that you've learned to date being an artist?
Um, mm, I would say don't overthink. I think that's a really big one. I think as an artist, it's super, super easy to compare your style, your technique, your everything to other artists who are already like displaying their work and doing all the things. But, and that's great for inspiration and mood boards and all those other things. But a lot of times it can hinder you from actually doing your own work. So I would just say, the biggest lesson that I've learned is just if you have a spark of inspiration, just act on it. Or if you have something that you want to do, try your own version of it. Because the more that you get in your head and think about it, it just like messes everything up. And I do this still to this day. Like I struggle with it, but I think that's like a really big, big lesson as far as like my art journey.
Mm. Oh, I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we have a question that we like. We have two questions that we always ask. But the first is, do you have like a big character development moment, personal or professional, that you would associate with that lesson?
Mm, hmm. I think the biggest character development moment that I've had in my adult life is definitely moving to New York City by
Mm.
myself. Um, I grew up in a very like suburban black area, and I was pretty not coddled, but like I was sheltered growing up. So me taking the big move by myself, just taking my chances and moving up here, was a huge character development moment, and still is to this day. Because New York City is very humbling, and you will learn a lesson whether you want to or not every single day. Just living here in the city. So I think that was a big kind of lesson that I've learned to develop my character, as well as like connecting it to not overthinking, because if I overthought moving here too much, like I would not be in the position that I'm in right now. And of course my family supports me, but a lot of times I feel like they don't fully understand like what my life is up here, and like it's like I like this little life type of situation. Like I think I like it because this is something that I created myself. Like, of course, I had a team of people that helped me get to where I am, and I got into a fellowship program with Verizon, and they paid for my rent for the entire program.
Okay.
So that's the reason why I was able to do it. But I was able to build community from that and like get my foot in the door in marketing and all that other stuff. So I think not overthinking things and just doing it. You can always go back, you'll always have like something to fall back on, but you just really have to take a risk on yourself to take that next level. So I think shout out to New York. That's my character development moment. But yeah.
Valid.
Yeah.
Valid.
Well, we can add singer to your resume because that little life thing was a change.
I'm impressed. I wasn't gonna say anything. But I was like, I hope she says something. So,
It was a hit. It was a hit. And we need to connect her with Rachel from last.
Yes. Yeah. I just want to have a big party of like everybody that I know that I met through interesting circumstances. All the girls, gays and days. And I
yeah,
really think all of you would like really bond.
oh,
I
for sure.
genuinely in my heart of hearts believe that.
For sure. And I love it. And I want more friends just in general. Like I want a community. more people to just like experience things with. So I'm here for it. I feel like you're a great person to vet people. So I'm here for it. Let me know when the party is because I'll pull up.
It's gonna be a karaoke party though,
Oh,
like
perfect.
100%.
Phenomenal.
Well, I can't sing, but I like to
What's the
pretend.
point, Morgan? Like, it's
Everyone can
we have a couple
sing.
of superstars like Lexi and Rachel, and then me and you can rap "Gold Digger" by Kanye West or something.
Yes.
Yeah, I can rap for sure. I got you. I got you on that.
Yeah, you got.
I'm here for vibes. I'm just here.
I'm just thinking about how that would actually be. That would be funny as hell. Just like
So,
couple drinks in, everyone's just like has their song. Like, yes.
my wedding or my bachelorette party, actually, if I get married, I think it's gonna be very chaotic. There's gonna be a lot of personalities at that party. Like,
I'm crying.
Oh, that's the best. It
yeah.
should be.
It's just like a little taste of everything. But
All the vetted personalities will be there.
Only pre-vetted personalities make it. Maybe we'll have at the end of the season, so at the end of the year, we'll have like a character development brunch Kiki. And like
ooh,
have everybody in one space that came on. Like, you
You know
can come
what?
if you can make it here, come and we'll just do
I would love that.
yeah.
I would love that.
I
That
think we
sounds
should,
fun.
like, no, you said it, so it's happening now. Like, I'm not gonna let this go. Because brunch, me and brunch, like,
We see each other.
literally.
Mm,
Oh,
yeah,
wow, that's gonna be so chaotic, like, in the best way.
yeah, and it's a
And
great way to end the year.
Yeah. And you know me, Sydney, if I say something, I'm gonna do it. So
Yeah,
we
and
gonna
I
do it.
will allow you to force me to do it. You're a motivator, like, for
I
sure.
am. I
See?
am.
Yeah.
Honestly, it takes all kinds, right? You need like multiple personalities in a dynamic relationship because like our duo makes sense because I'm the one who's like, let's just go. And Sydney's like, well, let's think about it first. And then when it comes to like these kinds of things, now when it comes to like living your best life, Sydney's like, let's just do it. And I'm like, well, Sydney, wait, let's think
Me
about the
actually pulling
repercussions.
up to where I met Lexi is like a perfect example of let's just do it.
Yeah.
I met, I'm not going to tell the full story, but I met Lexi on New Year's at a party that I wasn't even like fully really invited to. Like, I kind of just like I knew of the people associated with the party. Did not know Lexi, saw Lexi, and I was like, she looks cool. Literally just like kikied. And yeah.
Yeah, we planned brunch for the next day.
Oh yeah, we did go to brunch after
We
that.
literally went to
I'm
brunch
yeah.
next day.
Yeah.
And then we were literally locked in ever since then. It's like, well, guess we have to be besties now. I don't know.
Literally. Like, it only makes sense.
I know. Only option.
I love that. Well, speaking of karaoke and brunch and everything, it's time to talk about your personal growth soundtrack. So, if you had to think of 3 songs on your personal growth soundtrack, they could be any era, any song, any kind of thing, what would the first 3 that come to your mind be?
Okay, so I have my Apple Music up right now. Let me look. Obviously something with Beyonce in it, but I don't know what era of Beyonce it would be. Character development.
And it could just like remind you of a time in your life that like was either great, not so great, transitioning to great, all that.
I don't know. I listen to music so much, it's so hard to like narrow it down. But I'll just pick a Beyonce song that I was literally just listening to when I was getting ready for this. It's 1+1. I know that's like a super sappy like love song. She's just like, oh, I love you, Jay-Z, so much. Like I would die without you. Don't feel that way about any man right now currently. Cut that out, Sydney. Cut that.
No hymns. No hymns.
No hymns.
But that was just like a really beautiful song. What's another one? I feel like No Tears Left to Cry by Ariana Grande. I love Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
That's a girl. What else? Some Frank Ocean. maybe nights.
Okay.
I don't know. I listen to everything, but I feel like those three artists encompass my mood most of the time, especially SZA as well. SZA has a song for every single mood, and I just love her. So, period.
I
What about
was
you?
just at this acai place and they were playing Normal Girl and I was like, oh
Ooh,
my, like that is such a good song. Like I love that song so much, which is
no,
why it was on my story today. It's like, ooh, this
yes.
is stuck in my head. Like I love her. That album is honestly the best one. But
Control was an era, like, and I was going through a breakup during that time, so it just really hit me in my soul. Like, it was
no
like,
skips.
wow, no
Yeah.
skips.
Yep.
There were no skips. She's a Scorpio queen. That's a Scorpio. Period.
Oh, I did not know
Interesting.
that. Okay.
What's your sign, Morgan?
I'm a Leo.
Oh, okay. So y'all are both fire signs.
Yeah.
Period.
It's intense.
Two fire signs with the podcast.
The fire sign character development podcast. Period. Got you.
What about you?
I am a Libra, so I'm an air sign.
Okay.
But I have a lot of Scorpio and water in my chart. I'm like a Scorpio cusp because I'm at the end of October.
Mhm.
So I feel like as I've gotten older, I've seen a lot of Scorpio energy pop out. And I'm like, ooh.
What's
But
your, do you know what your rising is? Is it a Scorpio?
Yeah, I'm a Scorpio rising.
Okay. So they do
You're
say
Scorpio for
the
real.
older you
Scorpio.
get, you transition into your rising.
Child, I'm like, oh my God, it's like beating my ass right now. Like, why do I feel like this?
Yeah.
And also, I'm a Scorpio, Venus, and Mars as well. So I'm just like struggling in shambles.
It's eating you up.
In shambles every day. Like, here we go.
Yeah, the water signs are intense. My moon sign is a Pisces. So when it gets emo, it gets emo.
Yes, you take it.
I feel hard. I feel deep. But my rising and my sun sign are both fire signs, an Aries and a Leo. So we're in a constant internal battle of who's gonna make it. I'm like crying, and then I'm like, toughen up, girl. Like, get it together.
Wow, the Pisces moon with the fire sign rising and sun is crazy.
Crazy.
I feel like that's like internal.
Okay, too much.
You're like, not too much. My bad. My bad.
Like, yeah, crazy.
My bad.
No, I have a lot of Pisces friends, and they're all just very like emotional and intuitive. But like that fire sign, just like rare.
It's
the
very
Aries
rare.
is scary. I love a good Aries, but my sister's an Aries. Scares the fuck out of me. Like,
yeah, it's no breaks.
All gas, no brakes.
That's why you're like, let's just do it, Sydney. Like, come on.
Yeah, and then my ego from the Leo means I can do no wrong. So I'm like, let's just do it. What's the worst that can happen? Nothing, because it'll be perfect. Let's just do it.
Right. That's great energy to have, though. Like
it is. And then when I get knocked down a peg, like when my ego gets hurt, then I start crying because I'm a Pisces.
and then it like hurts.
It hurts deep.
Yeah, no,
it hurts deep. So
that's real.
Is your moon sign water too?
My moon sign is Virgo, so I have like water, air, earth energy. So I feel like I'm pretty balanced. Yeah. But that Scorpio kind of be popping out a little bit, but the Libra and the Virgo kind of.
Virgo. Mm-hmm. I know a couple Virgo women, and you either love them or you hate them.
That is so true. That is like spot on. I agree with that.
They're either like super dope or they're actually like so controlling and rude that you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And you clocked it. Yeah. Because that's so true. But thankfully all the Virgo women in my life are just like amazing, stunning, gorgeous, but like real.
And Virgo men?
Oh, no.
I don't think I've ever encountered one.
Don't. No.
Oh my God, did you date one, Sid? Not to put you on the spot.
I did not. If anyone were to ask me that question, no.
Okay.
If the Virgo man were to be asked that question, potentially, but no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Noted. I dated one for a good little stint, and that was just like not traumatizing, but it was just like, what is this? What's going
It's like
on?
nothing is ever good enough.
Yeah,
Like
actually, that is
nothing.
tea. I
Yeah.
think that's tea. It's like the perfectionism,
But
like
they're not perfect by any
by
means.
any means,
Yeah.
by
No.
any means
No,
of
no,
the
no.
word.
Yeah,
Wow,
no,
that's
this
so
is
true.
Yep. I'm a Virgo rising and my mom is a Virgo. I love my mom. Thank God we have a great relationship, but like nothing is ever. If I didn't have a Virgo rising, I don't think we would be cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Lexi, are there any signs that you will 100% not A, like fuck with in a friendship capacity, or B, date?
This might get a little controversial. Frankly, and this is no shade. This is no shade. Gemini men,
Cosign.
I'm so sorry. They have to go. Um, Low key Aquarius men.
Oh,
They're rude.
I like it.
They're
They're
mean.
mean.
I
They're
But
like
not
mean.
trying to be mean though. They're just very honest. And so
They're
it's like, and
yeah.
then they're like, well, what's wrong? You're like, oh, well, my feelings. But
And no, and it's like again, no shade.
Yeah.
But moving forward, if I were in the position to date, someone, I probably would not go for those signs. And also, I'm an air sign, and I think the air, like Gemini and Aquarius, are both air, so I feel like that's just a lot of air, a lot of energy happening. Um, but yeah, honestly, all men for real suck, in my opinion. So I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. All of them are terrible.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just like, not that I'm jaded or whatever, but like I don't think I've encountered a sign of a man and I'm like, yes, like you ate that, you know? I don't think I've encountered that.
Okay. I know I'm going to say something controversial, but I'm obviously biased. Have you ever, like, not to date for serious, don't ever date a Sagittarius man seriously.
Mm.
But, like, friend wise, I feel like Sagittarius men could be fun.
I don't think I've ever like been cool with a Sag man.
Oh.
I don't think so either, unless there's one that I'm not
Actually,
thinking.
I haven't either. I only know Sagittarius women. I don't know where the Sagittarius men are hiding. I have
Yeah,
no idea.
like where are they at?
We'd
They
actually
probably
have
don't
a
have a
low-key
job.
line.
They probably don't have a job.
The
I'm
one of
serious.
one of my really good friends like only dates Sagittarius, is not by choice, but just it's what attracts her.
Oh.
Wow.
And that probably speaks to why I can't remember any of them. So
I'm crying.
Here one day, gone the next.
yeah, like they're just not.
Yeah.
It's not long term.
No.
But the worst, and I'll stand 10 toes down, the worst sign of all men, if you see it run the opposite direction, don't turn around to check if it's close behind, is a Capricorn. Don't.
Yeah.
They're controlling. They're
Ooh.
mean. They have
Ooh.
no feelings.
Yeah.
They literally they're selfish.
Yeah.
It's not giving. Don't do it.
Child.
Just pass go. Do not collect the $200. It's not worth it.
So I will say, I love my dad as a father. I love my dad as a provider. But he is a Capricorn. And I completely agree. Like, I'm not looking for my father in any man. I'm not. I completely agree. Like, Virgo mom,
Yes.
Capricorn, dad, it's giving stress, but
Giving strict.
Yeah,
it is strict. But I'm a Capricorn moon, actually. So I have a little bit, I'm strict, so it's okay.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
Capricorns, I don't know. They just like,
It's
a
not.
Capricorn, the best way I can describe the way that they do people is like, you could be literally crying because they just like did something mad disrespectful. And like, you're literally sobbing. Like, it'd be something really bad. And then they're going to be like, why are you crying?
Yep.
Like, that's the kind of like,
Yep.
it's not even that serious. Why are you crying? It's like,
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I've cried in front of a Capricorn man before, unrelated. Like, he didn't make me cry. It was about something else. This man left.
They have no feelings.
Like,
They're too in their head. It's logical. And if it doesn't make sense, they're just like, done.
Yeah.
I will say my worst, most toxic relationship I've ever been in, and it was like early 20s. I think I was like 20 to like 22. I was in a relationship with a Capricorn. Worst relationship. Like, I will never. Mind you, he was fine.
They're always fine. That's the
Fine
fun.
as
And paid.
hell. Like, with no business being that fine. And I think that's why I had like my rose colored, like early
Mhm.
20s, like glasses on. But child, looking back, I was like, oh my God, he dragged me through the mud, like by my baby hairs type shit. Like,
Literally.
girl. But yeah,
So
Capricorn, I get that. I totally get that.
it's a no. And like you're not gonna be able to tell me otherwise. I've surprisingly dated like multiple Leos.
Hmm.
And it's great when it starts because we
Yeah.
get it, right? Like a lot of people can't date Leos. So like when we date each other, it makes sense. And then it burns fast. Like it gets intense quickly.
Oh, wow.
And if you don't have other things like mellowing you out, it can be very intense
Hmm.
in a
Hmm.
way where it's like, because we are very, like, with all my friendships, I'm like fiercely protective. I'm someone who's going to like fight for people. Like, I'm very opinionated when it comes to like doing the right thing or like, making sure that my people are put on or heard or whatever. And like, when you have two people like that in a relationship, it can become like sometimes you don't need to have the last word, but like, yes, I do. And so does he. So then when does it end?
It doesn't. The question is, it doesn't. Yeah. Well, that's so real. I dated a Leo before. He was really sweet to me. He was probably like my best. He was my high school sweetheart. And then we went to different colleges in different states, and we kind of just like fell off. But like we still have love for each other. But he
We
was a
love hard. We love hard. If
oh,
we
and
ride with you,
he
we
does.
ride with you.
No, but like to this day, I'm pretty sure if I was like, let's be together, he would be he would be like, all right, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lover girl. He's sad.
I know, literally at heart.
Have y'all dated a Cancer? I hear good things about Cancer men.
No. 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 That is actually what I was going to say was mine. No. 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 And I'm going to tell you why. I'm not going to go into my business, but I'm just going to give you a synopsis. Cancer men are very emotional. So I think if you get an emotionally mature Cancer man, for sure. A lot of men are not emotionally mature. So they have all these feelings. They don't know what to do with the feelings. So they project them onto you. And if you're not, I think if you're like an emotional person, which obviously I'm not, but like if you are, that could be cool. You could help them sort that out. But no, no.
I could see that.
They're like, Cancer men are manipulative. That is like, and I think Cancers are known for being somewhat manipulative, but I think women get away with that better than men do. No. They will emotionally gaslight and manipulate the fuck out of you to get a reaction.
Never mind.
No, what you heard is incorrect, and I will stand on that. Like,
Okay.
But I'm like, so we done named about what, like half the zodiac chart. So who,
correct.
you know what I'm saying? Like if we go sign by sign, we'll probably be like, no, don't do it.
Let's see. Pisces. I've never dated Pisces, but I'm not sure. I would imagine it'd be emotional as well, but I'm just not sure. Aries. I haven't heard.
I do want to date an Aries.
I haven't heard bad things about Aries, man.
Yo, I dated an Aries. He was like my first love. The most dramatic shit ever. Like I could never.
It's giving drama.
It was just so dramatic.
Aries are dramatic.
And he also was a poet, and like not just like a poet, but like slam poetry, like champion, like just very
He's a
like
artist, right?
literally would write poems about me, would like read it to me on Skype. Y'all, we was down bad for each other. And when we broke up, it was a mess. It was a mess.
Okay, so then no, none of that.
But that was in high school though. Like,
he might have matured.
Yeah, do your big one. Do your big one.
Yeah. Then we've got what's after Leo. We've got
Taurus.
we skipped on Taurus is before Cancer.
Oh yeah.
So we got Taurus. I know. So love
Why?
them to the moon and back. But
Okay.
my dad and my sister are both Tauruses, and they believe what it comes into their head. So we're just gonna say that.
Wait, I don't understand.
Whatever narrative they've cooked up is the truth.
Oh
And
shit.
that's gonna be whatever it is. And
Okay.
they're gonna die for that narrative. And they could be you could tell a Taurus the sky is blue and they're gonna go, it's green. And then they're gonna argue you down about why it's green and why you're wrong.
Damn.
And they're stubborn as fuck.
I will
Stubborn.
say I'm actually okay with stubborn people because I'm okay with you being wrong. Like, we don't. One thing about me, and it might be my Sag placements, I'm not going back and forth with anybody. If you want to be wrong, like, all right, yeah, you go tell that person on the corner that the sky's orange. Then come back to me and let me know what they say.
Yeah, they are very much so that. And then they're very even kiltered, right? Very cool. But when they have something to say to you, if they want to say something mean, it's going to be the meanest thing you've ever heard.
Oh, absolutely.
It's going to be the meanest, like you're going to actually go away with it physically hurt. Like, okay. Mean. Like they slice with words. Like it's bad.
I think it's because I have a few Tauruses in my life, just like over the years. My dad, number one, but he's like the coolest person ever, just very calm.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if he gets upset, you do not want to see that. Like angry, you don't want to be there for that.
No.
But he's just like the most teddy bear person ever. But it's like those are the people that like if they do get upset, it's like something that you don't want to be around. And then one of my closest friends is a Taurus, and she's just the most like prim, proper, quiet, introverted. But when she has something to say, like, and it's something that's like, we'll eat everybody up, and it's like, oh,
Eat everybody up.
you can't even say anything. I'm like, girl, you're not wrong. Yeah, because it's like you're not wrong. You really just ate. So, but that's so true. That's
true.
They are. Love them, but you know.
Yeah.
Who's what? We didn't say Libras. I'd like Libra women. Libra men, Libras, all they do is lie.
Yo, oh
lie.
my gosh. I've heard so much Libra men slander.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I don't know. I can't even.
If I wanted to get into my personal life, I would tell you guys on the pod. I'll tell you off the pod.
Oh no, off five.
Yeah. It's not anything recent, but like, they are like lie. Like if their mouth is moving, they're lying.
Oh my god!
Like, don't believe anything they have to say. And they're charming. Libra men are so charming.
They are
that's it.
Yeah. I don't trust that.
But when you believe it,
to be real with you, like you can't be too smooth. What are you up to?
Right.
What are you up to?
I think ASAP Rocky is a Libra, and I feel like that explains.
He looks slick, like he be cooking.
Oh, absolutely. If he said,
you know, Pisces are low key psychic, so I'm sure that him and Rihanna are just fine.
Yeah. Oh, they're fine.
Like she don't take no shit.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I feel like that one. I don't know if y'all remember that when she was like dating an Arab prince or something, and they were in the pool, and she was like cussing his ass out. Do y'all remember that photo?
Oh, I have it saved in one of my albums.
I was like,
hold on, I got it.
Like, could you imagine? I was like, oh my god.
So he's gonna pop it up here.
Okay, it's edited as like her arguing with herself, but that's like the premise.
Wow. Yup.
She was telling him. That finger was talking.
This is insane. You know how mad you have to be to do this with your arm to somebody? That is so crazy. That's my icon. I love her. Love me some her.
But other than that, we love all signs.
Yeah. After our drag session, we love everyone.
Necessary. So, because actually next week, sorry for the girls' gays and theys. We're having a hymns on the podcast.
Ooh, y'all, we got a hymn.
We got a hymn. Really? Uh-oh, let me tune in. Let me see what's going on. Did you announce the guest yet? Did y'all announce?
No, he is.
Mm-mm.
I almost said his zodiac sign, but to be honest, I don't know how men feel about that stuff, so I'm gonna keep it to
They don't
myself.
care.
I don't even know if he knows. I just know because I know everyone's sign.
Really,
But like,
straight men
yeah,
think that zodiac is like a foreign language that women speak, and like they just make we just make stuff up. I'm like, no.
but you're acting like
I know,
that. Like,
like, so, but explain to me why it's correct. Like,
Like,
but that's
you
literally.
doubting it is you acting like your sign right now.
What is that thing? It's the way you act. Because you're acting up. Like,
literally, that's literally it.
that's really good.
That's exciting. I will definitely be tuning in for that. This was so
Sorry, yeah, to the girls that we gotta have some guys on there.
yeah.
It's
least
men out here
one.
who are doing some really great things too, and the hymns need love too.
Okay. Period. King.
Try to say it with a straight face. Love it. It's giving. I'm just kidding.
This one's actually cool though. I promise. I picked a quality hymns. He's cool.
Love.
So yeah,
Love. Excited to tune in.
I can co-sign this one.
Okay.
So.
Period.
All right, Lexi. Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking to us tonight. We had so much fun, and we were going to put all of your projects in the episode notes and also on our Instagram so people can know how to support you. And I'm so excited for this web series because I don't live in Brooklyn, but I'm gonna pretend I do when I watch it. So.
Yeah, just pretend. We'll immerse you. But thank you guys so much for having me. This was so much fun. Love it. Thank you guys.
All right. See y'all next time.
All right. This has been another episode of Character Development. Bye.
Bye.